Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We are on topic 3, lesson 2, tens and ones on an open number line. So please open your book, page 97. Let's start.
How can you use the open number line to find 35 plus 24? Write an equation to show the sum. Explain your work.
All right.
How can you use an open number line to add tens and ones? Find 48 plus 23. Use the open number line. One way to find this sum is to place 48 on the number line and show jumps by tens and ones. 23 is 2 tens and 3 ones. Make 2 jumps by tens and 3 jumps by ones. What is the sum?
Select your answer.
All right. If you remember the previous lesson, we added two-digit number. We were using the 100 chart. Today, we're going to use the open number line. We used the open number line before, but it was only marked like 0, 1, 2, 1 by 1 or single numbers. Today, we're going to draw it and pretend it's tens. So as you see, we know one jump, it's a 10, another jump, and it is a 10. And of course, if there is more, I will go one more step. The third jump will be another 10. But since I only have 2 tens, so I only go for 2 jump or 2 step, big step, or 2 tens. Now I look at the ones. What the one we have? 3. So of course, 48, I go 1 10, that's 58, another 10, 68. And of course, I'm going now single step. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go to another 10, like breaking this part or dividing this tens to ones. Exactly that's what we do. So 68, 69, 70, 71, and I can continue till 88, which is 78, which is the next tens. So how many we have here? 1, 2, 3. Where did we land? 71. So 48 plus 23 is 71.
The sum of 48 and 23 is 71. How can you tell that 23 has been added to 48? The sum of the jumps is 10 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. This equals 23. Another way to use an open number line to add 48 and 23 is to make bigger jumps. You can add 20 in one jump, then add 2, then add 1 more. How is this way of finding 48 plus 23 different from the first way? Is the sum the same?
As you see, the total or the sum are the same, 71. But instead of going one jump in one jump, which is 2 tens or 20, for the second way, they just jump it one time. So you remember skip counting? You can go 5, 10, 15, 20, or you can count by tens, skip by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, or you can skip by 20, 20, 40, 60, 80. So we skipped counting here, or we jumped 2 tens one time, and then we add the ones, which is 3. So from 68, we go 1, 2, 3, and then our answer were same 71, or your sum was 71.
The jumps are bigger. The first jump shows counting on by 2 tens to get to 68. The smaller jumps show counting on 2 ones and then 1 more. The sum is the same.
Now you know how to add tens and ones on an open number line.
Okay, let's see. The guided practice we have. Let's see, explain.
Show me. Explain how you can use an open number line to find 56 plus 35.
You know, if we have the open line, if I have the open line and I draw, oops, that's not a straight line. Try to make a straight line. Okay, and I come here for 56. And then I know that I can jump 3 tens because I have 3 tens here, so 35. So I can jump 3, jump 10, 20, 30, 10, and this is another 10, so that would be 20, and then this is the third 10 would be 30, and then I'm gonna go for 5 more, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna add my 10s and then my 5s. All right. Okay, let's see what we have here. 59 plus 24. For this example, you know, we have 2 examples. Either you go 10 by 10 or take a big jump, which is 20. So this one we used big jump, 20, and then we add the singles or the single digit, which is 4. So either you go 4 counts or 4 small steps, or like here, they made 1 small and 3 big. So 59 plus 24 landed on 83. All right, let's go for second example, 47 plus 25. So we can do the same. You can go 2 jump like that top one, and then you break the 5. Either you go for 1 single, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or right away you can just go and add the 5 together. All right. Let's see what we have for our independent practice. 34 plus 15. So I know that I can jump. If I put here 34, and I need to 15, that's mean I'm gonna jump only 1 10. That's my 10. And then I'm gonna add small ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So where did I land? On 40, because I added 1 10. So now this is 40 here. And then I'm counting 5 counts or 5 simple jump or small jump, landed on 49. So 34 plus 15 is 49. Okay. So I'll leave you to have fun and finish the rest of the activity. All right. That's it for today's second graders. Thank you. Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still in topic 3 and today's lesson 3. So please open your book, page 101, and let's see what we have. Break apart numbers to add.
Josh has 34 cans to recycle. Jill has 27 cans. How many cans do they have in all? Solve any way you choose. Use drawings and equations to explain your work.
Okay, if you remember the previous 2 lessons, we learned how to add by using 100 chart. And we know that we go down for the 100, for the tens, and we go to the right, move to the right to add the ones. And then the next lesson, we learn how to use this strategy, different strategy, adding 2-digit number with 2-digit number by using the open line open number line, and we know that we can jump either 110 or 210 one time, and then we have the small steps. Today we're going to learn a new strategy for adding, which is breaking apart numbers to add. So let's see what we have here.
How can you break apart numbers to add? Let's solve this problem. 37 plus 25 equals... What does the question mark stand for? What numbers are the add-ins?
So we're looking for the sum, for the total. We have two add-ins and we're missing the total or the sum.
The question mark stands for the sum of 37 and 25. The add-ins in this equation are 37 and 25. To add 37 and 25, you can break apart the second add-end. How can you break apart 25 into tens and ones? 25 has 2 tens and 5 ones, so 25 equals 20 plus 5. You can find the sum of 37 and 25 by adding 20 and 5 to 37.
So as we know, if I'm reading this number, I will ask you how many tens in the first addend. You're going to say 3 tens, and when you ones, 7. Okay, let's go for the second addend. What do we have? How many tens? I have 25, so that's mean 2 tens, which is 20, and we have 5 ones. So that's what we do, breaking the addend. So what did we do? We put down again the 37, and we broke the addend, the second addend 25 to 20 and 5, which is 20 plus 5.
Add the tens of the second addend to 37. What is the sum of 37 and 20?
Okay, so now we're adding that tens. I put my first addend, 37, and how many tens I have from my second addends? I know 2 tens, 20. So that means I'm adding 20, which is 2 tens, to the tens for that first addend. I know it's 3, which is 30. So 30 plus 20 is 50. And the ones will remain the same because I have 0 here. So it's going to be 57.
You can use a number line to help. 37 plus 20 equals 57. Now add the ones of the second addend. How can you find 57 plus 5?
Remember, we can go small steps, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they are ones.
One way is to add 3 to get 60. 57 plus 3 equals 60. 3 plus 2 equals 5, so add 2 more. 60 plus 2 equals 62. So 37 plus 25 equals 62.
Okay, as we see back again, this is how we break it. We broke that, the second addend, we broke it apart. So it's 25, that's mean 2 tens, which is 20 plus 5. So that's what we add. And then after that, we count on using the number line. So what we do, we add 2 tens, which is 20, big jump, and then we add the ones. But did we add all the ones? No, we also broke the ones. It's 57. I know if I add 3 to the 7, that's mean 10. So 57 plus 3 equals 60. That's the 5. I'm breaking the 5 to 3 plus 2. So first I added, I made 60, and then I added that next 2.
Why does it help to break apart the second addend? You can use mental math to add the tens and ones separately to the first addend.
Now you know how to break apart numbers to add.
All right, let's go for the next activity. Got to practice. All right, page 102. Break apart the second addend to find the sum. Show your work. Use an open number line to help. So we have 57 plus 13. As you see, the first addend, just go down again, 57. And I'm going to break the second addend, 13. 13 means 110 and 3 ones. So 10 plus 3. So 57 and 10 and 3. Now I know that's mean from 57, I need to have one jump. Here's one jump, 110. So 57 plus 110, 67. Then I have my ones are 3, so I can just add 3. 67 plus 3 is 70. So you can have the 3 one time, or you can break it to 3 simple ones, 1 and 1 and 1 and add. All right. Okay, break apart the second addend to find the sum. Show your work, draw an open number line to help. So for these examples, as you see, you have big space, so you can draw your number line. And then you can use the same strategy. You can always go back to your book, or you go back to the examples that we have on page 102, or you rewind the video again and then see what we did. So I'll do this with you. And I'm gonna draw my number line. And then I know that I'm going to break the second addend. So the first one will be the same. So I'm going to write here 42 plus my second addend 16. That's mean 110 and 6, which is 10 and 6. I'm going to say equal. So that would be the first part. Now I know that I need to draw my number line and do that. So now if I have 42, I put my 42 here. Now I know that I have 110, one jump. So that's a 10. That's mean 52, because I know I'm adding 10s to the 10s. So I have 110 to add it to the 40 here. So it's going to be 52. Then I'm going to add small steps or small 6, the number I need. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I add 7, 8, 9, 10, that will be 62. So I stopped here. This is 8. Over here is 8. So that's mean my answer will be 50. And I add 6 more, so 58. All right. Okay, second graders, so that was another strategy or another way to add 2-digit number. We cover the 100 chart, and we learned about using the number line. And this one was using the number line, but we need to break the second addend. All right, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you. Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still in topic 3. Today's lesson, lesson 4. Please open your book, page 105. Today we will be learning how to break apart addends and combine them by using different ways to make it easy to add. So we will be using today the 10 frames and how we can use the counters and move them to make the number easy for us to add. So let's see what we have.
27 plus 16 equals blank. Draw counters on the 10 frames to show each addend. Then, show how you can move some counters to make it easier to find the sum. Explain your work.
Right.
You can use a strategy called compensation to make it easier to add numbers mentally. How can you use compensation to find 18 plus 15? How are the numbers on these cards related to the numbers in the problem? 20 is 2 more than 18. 13 is 2 less than 15. Show 18 and 15 in 10 frames to model the problem. One way to solve the problem is to take away 2 from 15 and give it to 18 to make 20. 20 plus 13 equals 33. Do you think taking 2 from 15 and adding 2 to 18 will change the answer of the problem?
Select your answer.
Okay, so for today's lesson, we're using compensation, means try to move counters or try to make it easy for you to count. And we always know if you have 0 on the ones, that's easy for you to count. And that's why the 10 frame was easy, that moving counters to make one of your addends 10, and then you add what's left. So over here, 18 plus 15. 18, the red counters, and 15 are the yellow counters. So we have 2 10 frames. So the first frame 10, and then 8, and then the second addend 15, the first 10 frame, and 5. So all what we do, I know that if 18, if I change it to 20, if I have my 1s 0, it will be easy to count. So we moved two counters from the second 10 frame in my second addend, and I added to the second 10 frame for the first addend. So now I have 10 and 10, 20. Here's a 20, and I have here 10, 1, 2, 3, 13. So 20 plus 13 equals 33. The question here, you think when moving those 2 counters to fill the second counter, the second 10 frame, do you think this is make the number different? No, because I did not take them away or throw them away. I just moved them to fill the 10 frames. And that's take us to that lesson that we covered in first topic, that's how to make 10 frames, help you to add easier and right. So do you think taking 2 from the 15 and adding this 2 to the 18 will change the answer of the problem? No.
To solve the problem, you took 2 from 15 and added it to 18. 18 plus 2 equals 20. 15 minus 2 equals 13. Break apart 13 into 10 plus 3. Breaking apart the 10s and 1s will make the numbers easier to add. 20 plus 10 plus 3 equals 33. So, 20 plus 13 equals 33. How is the sum of 20 plus 13 related to the sum of 18 plus 15?
We just explained that all what we did, we took 2 from the ones in the second addend, and we added to make 20, to have a complete 10 frames. And then we add.
The sums are the same. If you give an amount to one addend, you must take away the same amount from the other addend, so the sum stays the same.
And that's exactly why our answer is the same, because we took this 2 from the 5, we added to the 8. So I took it from this side and I added to that side. All right, so let's see what we have. All right, use compensation to make numbers that are easier to add. So remember, the whole what we do, just whatever you take from this side, we're going to add it the same side, the other side. So I'm not losing any, or I'm not adding from a different or from outside. So let's see what we have. 17 plus 9. I know if I have it 10, I can easily add it. So I'm going to take, for the 17 to make it 20, using my 10 frames here. Let's put the 17. So 1. This is my first 10 frames, so that's 10. And the 1, 7, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Second addend, 9. So I'm gonna fill just 9 blocks or 9 boxes because I have 9. All right. So now what I'm doing, I'm gonna take 3 from the 9 to make my second frame, 10 frame, 10 to complete it. So I'm gonna move 3. So here's 1, 2, 3. So now that leaves 6 in my second addend, which is the only 10 frame, and this would be 20. So 20 plus 6 equals 26. So I'm breaking it and making it easy to add, and instead of counting and draw lots of 10 frames. Okay, let's see the second one. We have 16 plus 4, 14. 16 plus 14. So let's use different colors and fill our 10 frame. First 10 frame, 16. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's my first number. Second number, 14. So I need to fill 14 box in my 2 10 frames. So that's what I'm doing now. Here's my 10 frame. And then how many for the second frame? I will be filling 4 box. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make my second addend or first addend. I'm going to move it or put it up to 20. That's mean I'm going to take 4 from here to make this 6 10. So I'm going to say minus 4. But I'm going to add it here. So that's why my answer would be the same, thumb. So now 4 plus 16, I know that's mean I'm filling, moving the counters to fill the empty boxes here. So now that I have nothing here and I have 20 here. So that would be 20. And here I have only 10. So what am I having? 20 plus 10. So 20 plus 10 equals 30. That means 16 plus 14 equals 30. All right, let's go for the next example. All right. Use compensation to make numbers that are easier to add than solve. Show your work so we can do the same. For example, 33 plus 19. What we need to do? We're gonna add, take from here to add it, to make it closed number or easy number. So we can draw 3 10 frames, and I'm gonna move from here and add it all the way to the other side. So 33, I'm gonna have 2 10 frames, so 10, 20, and 3 over here. And then I'm gonna make this 33, I'm gonna fill the 3 frames. So I'm gonna use from the other side and add the 10s and then add the 1s. So if you need an extra space, you might probably have a blank piece of paper that, or sheet of paper that you can draw your 10 frames and practice this problem. All right, second graders, that's it for today. Thank you. Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We are in topic 3, lesson 5. So today, well, what we do, we're going to practice the strategies that we learned to help us to add 2-digit number. So if you remember, we learned about the 10 frames. We learn about how to use the 100 chart. We learn about to break apart the second addend, and we also cover and learn about how to do have a compensation, which is like try to move the counters on a 10 frames to make the number easy to count. And we also use the number line, the open number line, to jump 20s or 30s or even 10s and 1s. So today we'll be having a simple addition, and then it's up to us which strategy we would like to use.
Tamika has 39 blocks. Kim has 43 blocks. How many blocks do they have in all? Choose any strategy. Solve. Show and explain your work.
All right, so we can, for example, over here, say 39. That's what we have, right? 39 plus 43 equal. So what we can choose one of the strategies that we learned last lesson, that compensation, moving 1 from the second addend to put it up there. So I can take 1 from the 43 and put it to the 39. So I'm going to write here plus 1, because I'm going to add 1 to the 39. And then I'm going to write there minus 1. That's mean I took this 1 from the 43. Then I go down 39 plus 1, that's 40. And then I'm going to add, now 43 minus 1 is 42. I'm going to say equal. So now I can count that I have my tens are 4, 40 and 40, that's 80. So 80. And for my ones, I have 2. I'm going to put number 2. And that's one of the strategy I would like to use. Okay, let's go for our video. All right.
In 66 plus 25, why was 4 added to 66 and then subtracted from 95?
For this one, we use the breaking. So we have 66 plus 5. I know 66 plus 25. So I know that I need to have the 66, 7. So that's why I took 4 from the 5. So minus 4 and plus 4 here. So that would be 70. And then the 25 will be 21. So now it's 94. But sometimes you don't need to take the minus 4 right away, but you put in mind that you have to do it. So we're going to say like that. 70 plus the 25 equals 95. And now I'm going to minus the 4, take away the 4 that I added, become 91. So it's up to us. Either you take it right away, like the previous example we did, or you do your equation, you add it, and then you do your equation, and then you take it out. As we say, this lesson using different strategy to make addition easy for you. So let's see the guided practice we have here. Find each sum. Use any strategy, show your work. So 14 plus 32. I have the 14. I remember break apart lesson, 30 plus 2. So now I know that I have 3 tens and 1. So that's 4. So 4 tens. And then 4 here, 44 plus the 2. So 44 plus 2 is 46. Okay. Over here, 67 plus 26. So we can use any strategy. We can, for example, say 67 plus 26 equal, and I'm using the compensation here. So I can move 3 to the 67. So I'm going to say plus 3. I'm removing from here minus 3. Now I know 67 plus 3, that's 70. Plus, now 26 minus 3, or 6 minus 3, it's 23. And then I put equal. So now I have 2 tens and 7 tens here, so 20. I can even break the second addend, so I can say 70 plus, and 23, it's 20 plus 3 equal. So now 70 plus 20, it's 90. Now it's easy for me to count and add tens, plus 3 equal 93. So this is a strategy that I decided to use. So I went in details for this one to show you how to do it. That's why you have quite big space for your exercise, so you can do that. All right. So this is like going back to all the 4 strategies that we use. So you can use the 10 frames, you can use the open number lines, you can use the compensation moving counters, or you can use breaking apart the addend to 2 simple ways that you can add the tens together and the ones together. All right. So that was it for today's lesson, second graders. I wish you all the luck. Now you have lots of exercise to practice your work. Thank you.